McVay and the Breakers. This Brown knows how to ground and pound. It's the marvelous Jackson.
Let's go, baby. Get hot. Get up. Let's go.
You got 3-time Super Bowl champ, Devin McCourty. It's Florida Keys, Record Breakers. One shot from the 25, baby. You get a drive, they get a drive. Score and go for 2. Tie it up, and it's tug of war time. Hey, this is your field. You got one drive to score on it. So get going. Here's Jackson on 1st and 10. And that's incomplete. Looking at 2nd down now. Still 10 to go. It'd be nice to pick up that new set of downs right now. First carry for Nick Chubb. No, sir. Back at the 23. Loss of 2 on 2nd. I suggest that you move the ball upfield. Jackson is throwing on 3rd. Down on a big sack. Looking more nervous than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. One shot means one shot. You gotta go for it here. Coach McVay going for it. 4th and long. Give it up for your defense. Now make them proud. Score here and win. First and 10. He'll throw it. Gets it to Snoop on the slant. Devin McCourty's going to get credited with that tackle. Scoreless so far. Can't look back. Time for drive 2. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. And it pops free. That collision just jarred the ball loose. Florida Keys drop back to throw again. Gets it to Snoop on the slant. That big play ended by Devin McCourty. Next up, Record Breakers looking to break those zeros on the scoreboard. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Second down. Still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. What you thinking now?
Hey, you.
2nd and 10. Keys passing again. This is caught by Snoop Dogg. And they make it all the way to the 1. Are you out there? Let me hear you. They're within striking distance now. Gotta make it pay off. He'll throw again. Did he have his feet down? Nope, out of the back of the end zone. That's incomplete, folks. Hey, look. Better incomplete than intercepted this close to the goal line. You know what I'm saying? He'll throw again. Throws over the middle. And it's incomplete. Got stopped at the line on that last one. Let's get this one in the end zone. Back to throw. 3rd and goal. And this is Snoop Dogg for the Florida Keys touchdown. Record breakers, just come on back and start a new track.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action. We welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a... Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. It's complete. Stills. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. On first down, Drake. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Drake, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So it's a 56-yard punt, but subtract 20, winds up as a net of 36. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. The MVP of the National Football League, Lamar Jackson, bringing out the offense. And look, him getting that award was no surprise. Announced the night before Super Bowl 54.
They could have announced it a month before.
Yeah, very well deserved. We knew it was coming, right?
Had to, right? 36 touchdown passes from a guy that supposedly couldn't throw. We knew he could run, but did you expect 1,206 yards and a new record for quarterbacks in the NFL?
No.
Not at all. 14-2 record for his team. Even though he didn't start the last game, he sat out because they'd already clinched. 14-2, number 1 seed in the AFC. The one thing they didn't get, though, they didn't get to the Super Bowl. So I expect his offseason to be full of work, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy who claims that his Heisman Trophy is still sitting in a box in the corner of his house. He's talked about team goals, about personal goals. He's going to be really, really motivated next season. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Miami's offense takes the field again. You think about their 2019 season, it might be the rare overachieving 5-11 label that you give them. You know, you look at it, everybody
overachieve at 5-11
because look at what they were dealing with, and then they kind of cleared the cupboard, but ended up getting 5 wins, including the one that kept New England from getting a first-round bye in Week 17.
I like the case you just made. You brought me over to the other side on that. Actually, I was just busting your chops. I'm absolutely with you on that. That is an overachieving 5-11 team. If you looked at that roster, at the beginning of the season and even throughout and said to yourself, where the wins coming from? You might have gotten to 3 if you stretched it. I give Brian Flores and his staff a ton of credit for continuing to compete, and now I'm eager to see what they do with the number 5 pick in the NFL draft. Is it going to be a quarterback? Because Ryan Fitzpatrick did it again with Fitzmagic down the stretch beating New England. Do you bring in a guy that you can groom and let Fitzpatrick continue to be your QB?
Well, to the point about quarterbacks, and they were 27th in offense, but actually they threw the ball okay. They finished 12th in passing.
Devontae Parker, a breakout season at wide receiver.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Baltimore coming back out here on offense. Charles, unfortunately for the Ravens this year, it just feels like a failure. Yes, the 14 wins in the regular season, but that divisional round loss to Tennessee, such a shocker, really stunned everybody in the NFL.
It certainly did, and I know exactly what you're saying when you say it feels like a failure, yet you don't want to say it, do you?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it just feels wrong to say that, but let's face it, the bottom line is getting to the ultimate prize. And when you're 14-2 in the regular season, you're the number 1 seed in the AFC, and you lose at home in your first playoff game, it will feel like a failure, and hopefully that'll motivate.
And now off to the races, down the right side, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Running, it's Drake. He takes this for 3 to the 29. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. To throw on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
40. I'm coming.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Going deep here for Parker. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He was looking for Parker that time.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Steps away to his left. And he's got Snead. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
The previous play is under review.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Sliding out of the... And he will score! Touchdown, Baltimore! Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
To throw is Jackson. Now he'll pull it down. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up. The 27-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
They go play action here on first down. Going deep here for Still. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And now running right through it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pump.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jerome Baker able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now it's Jackson dancing to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. No movement from the field goal unit. They've to go here on fourth and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. Here's Jackson, buying time to his left. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. Two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Fitzpatrick, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. 3rd down here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Going deep here for Stitt. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. A big reason why the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson being chased out left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Oh, look at that hurdle, and now some room to run. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. Yeah, I saw that lane start to develop. Boom, he took advantage of it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now it's Jackson. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It was Mika Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, pick your game up. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Throwing is Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, and go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Ravens defense now as they get ready for the next possession. Back to it after the pick 6, Fitzpatrick. And this is Parker, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a draw play with Drake. Tackle made there by Chris Wormley. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check 41. Watch the run.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Fitzpatrick. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why he ended up having to go up one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
Yeah, it was a spectacular one-handed grab. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now Jackson forced out, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson taking it in as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got zero.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And out come the Dolphins now.